Picture this. Your favorite celebrity suddenly posts a frantic plea on social media, asking for Bitcoin donations with promises of doubling your money, only for it to be revealed as a massive scam orchestrated by a cunning hacker. It's a digital nightmare that shook the online world. But here's where it gets really intriguing. Joseph James O'Connor, a 26-year-old British man, has been forced to return over £4.1 million worth of Bitcoin after pulling off one of the most audacious hacks in recent history. Let's break this down step by step, so even if you're new to the world of cryptocurrencies and cybercrimes, you'll get a clear picture. O'Connor's scheme involved breaching the X, formerly known as Twitter, accounts of numerous high-profile celebrities to trick unsuspecting people into sending him digital currency. In 2023, he was sentenced to 5 years in a U.S. prison after admitting guilt to serious charges, including unauthorized computer access, wire fraud, and extortion. These aren't just fancy terms. They mean illegally sneaking into systems, deceiving people through communications, and pressuring victims for money. For beginners, think of it like breaking into someone's house, lying to get what you want, and then demanding more to keep quiet. His arrest happened back in 2021 while he was in Spain, and after a courtroom battle, Spain's highest court decided the U.S. was the best place to handle the case because most of the evidence and affected individuals were located there. This extradition process highlights how international cooperation is crucial in tackling global cyber threats. O'Connor wasn't alone in this. He had accomplices who helped execute the plan. The hack itself occurred in July 2020 and targeted accounts belonging to big names like former U.S. Presidents Barack Obama and Joe Biden, Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk, investor Warren Buffett, and media icon Kim Kardashian. In total, 130 accounts were compromised, with 45 of them being used to broadcast scam messages. The social media platform responded by temporarily locking down some of these accounts to prevent further damage. And this is the part most people miss, the sheer scale of the deception. O'Connor and his team used the hijacked profiles to ask followers to send exactly $1,000 in Bitcoin, promising they'd get double the amount back. It sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it was. Victims lost more than $794,000. Around £629,000 at the time, in cryptocurrency that never came back. This tactic, often called a pump and dump scam in crypto circles, preys on people's greed and trust in celebrities. To understand why this matters, let's expand a bit. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is decentralized digital money, not controlled by any bank. While it's exciting for investments, it also makes scams easier because transactions are irreversible once confirmed. O'Connor's operation is a prime example of how vulnerabilities in social media can lead to real financial harm. Platforms like X have since beefed up security, but breaches still happen, reminding us to always verify unusual requests. Now fast forward to recent developments. The UK's Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, which handles criminal cases, announced on Monday that they've secured a civil recovery order. This legal tool allows them to seize 42 bitcoins and other related digital assets from O'Connor's holdings. The value? Roughly £4.1 million. This move came after prosecutors froze his property during the extradition process in 2021, ensuring he couldn't hide or sell off the ill-gotten gains. Prosecutor Adrian Foster summed it up perfectly. Even when someone is not convicted in the UK, we are still able to ensure they do not benefit from their criminality. In simpler terms, it means that regardless of where the trial happens, the UK can still claw back stolen funds to deter future crimes. A court-appointed trustee will now sell these assets and distribute the proceeds appropriately, likely to help victims or fund crime prevention. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this enough to protect us in the age of digital fraud? Some argue that international hackers like O'Connor highlight loopholes in global laws. Why should the U.S. get to prosecute when the perpetrator is British? And consider this counterpoint. While O'Connor is paying back what he stole, the real damage extends to eroded trust in social media. Celebrities' reputations took a hit, and everyday users became more wary of online interactions. Should tech companies be held liable for not preventing such hacks? Or is it solely the criminals' fault? What do you think? Do you believe stricter regulations on cryptocurrency exchanges could stop scams like this? Should social platforms face fines for security lapses? And here's a thought-provoking question. In a world where anyone can tweet, how do we balance free speech with fraud prevention? Share your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have your own take on this digital drama.